Panthers going up against, his former team in the Cleveland Browns. Like, they've got all these great matchups. And again, I don't know, maybe some of it's coincidence because they build these schedules out, pretty far in advance. But I don't know, somehow the NFL people knew what was going on because they've got some really juicy matchups in this first NFL weekend.
I mean, I think we may complain a little bit about the NFL because we're so spoiled, but they really do a great job of setting up stuff that we want to see. I mean, I'm excited about those games too.
Oh, definitely. Like, even teams that I wouldn't necessarily care about, like the Carolina Panthers. I don't really necessarily care about Carolina, but I will this weekend. I want to see what Baker does.
Right. Baker and Christian McCaffrey's healthy. Let's see what kind of damage they can do.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Carolina's a sleeper. I know that there's a lot of high hopes for a team like the Carolina Panthers, but you just never know. That's why we love the NFL. There's always a team that finished, in the cellar or one of the worst teams in the league, and they turn around, they come back, and they're like a playoff team. It's like, so that's the beauty of it, that you just never know. As much as you think you know who's going to be the good teams, and usually, you can't go wrong with the Bills, the Chiefs, the Rams. There's certain teams, the Packers, but there's teams that'll sneak up on you.
I like that. It's like, who's going to be the surprise team?
Yeah. The other big matchup I think a lot of people are talking about, and, I know, hey, listen, there's Cowboy fans all over the place, especially right here in the Inland Empire. But I'm already tired of hearing about the Cowboys. But I think it's a combination of the Cowboys, America's team, playing Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. So, like, every time I'm turning on these, NFL preview shows and experts, what are they talking about? The Cowboys versus the Bucs, and that's, I guess, one of the bigger matchups, I guess you could say, in this opening weekend.
Of course, it's perfect. Even though we don't know about the Cowboys, we'll have to see what happens. It's a matchup we want to see. So they give the people what they want in the NFL. I really feel they may do the best job of doing that.
They do, and right out of the gate, they're like, "Hey, listen, we're gonna hook you on that very first weekend. We're gonna give you some great games, some hopefully competitive, close games, some drama and some storylines going into these first games, and the rest is history, man. It's just gonna be a great year of NFL football, and we were talking about our kind of a local team, I guess the Raiders, right? Las Vegas and the LA Chargers. They're going head to head. They're bitter rivals. So it's not like we have to wait, farther down for division play. No. First week of the season, like league play, division play starts right now between rivals.
I like that. It is Hell Week, week 1.
I know, man. So here it is. And again, big one tonight, Thursday night foosball for everyone to, whet their appetite for a big weekend of NFL action, which we're all fired up about. Now, Patrick, I do got to talk about some college football. We've got a couple games into the season, if you count that week 0, but everyone's got at least one game under their belt, including USC, including UCLA. And they did what they thought, they were going to do. They went out and crushed lesser opponents. And again, big red flags if they would have stumbled and struggled with some of these teams. For the most part, they didn't. UCLA kind of hung around a little bit with Bowling Green, but they finally pulled away. But they did what they were supposed to do. UCLA's got another cupcake game. They got Alabama State. But USC, man, right into Pac-12 action. They got Stanford, and going on the road to the farm at Stanford, that's never easy. And I know there's a lot of people. I think I saw one expert say USC is going to be one of the 4, national playoff teams at the end of the season. You got to win these games when you go on the road to Stanford. That's a winnable game, but you got to actually go out there and do it.
Yeah, I mean, here we go. I mean, it's like you said. You did what you were supposed to do, but you did what you were supposed to do. So it's kind of a good sign, right? It can be used. It's a double-edged sword. Yeah. It can be used as a negative, like, what are you bragging about? You did what you were supposed to do, but at the same time, you did do what you were supposed to do, and that could be a really good sign.
Oh, we would all be pressing that big panic button if Rice would have upset USC inside the Coliseum. We'd be like, oh, no, this is not going to work with Lincoln Riley. But again, they did what they were supposed to do. So at least they're going in the right direction. But now, not that Stanford's, top 25 or anything like that. But again, this is a game that you're probably, if you're thinking about a national title or Pac-12 title at least, this is a game that you should win, even though it's on the road. This is a game you should win. And I should mention USC going up against our old pal, Tanner McKee, former Centennial quarterback, starting QB at Stanford. And he is getting a lot of hype, some Heisman talk. They're expecting a big year from Tanner McKee. So we'll see if he can, put it on USC this weekend.
We'll see. I mean, who knows? I mean, this could easily be a great game, right?
I'm hoping, and I think it's a Saturday night primetime game if I remember right.
Yes.
So it could be a lot of eyeballs on that one too.
Yeah. That's
so
cool.
Sandwich in between that NFL, right? We got some big Thursday night NFL. We got the big Sunday and Monday. Yeah, you got some great college games coming up on Saturday as well. And Patrick, finally, I want to talk a little baseball. Yeah, the Dodgers keep winning. They're gonna punch their ticket to the postseason, and they look like the team to beat, at least in the National League. Although the Atlanta Braves, the defending World Series champions, are coming on strong right now. So just look kind of Dodgers kind of looking over their shoulder right now at Atlanta. But the other big storyline, this is kind of neat because remember, he is a former Dodger. Of course, he's a former Angel. We're talking about the great Albert Pujols trying to chase down 700 career home runs. And that is a huge milestone. You can count on one hand how many people have reached that mark. He's at 695, and he's kind of red hot right now. He's hitting a lot of home runs.
He can still do it because obviously he has one of the greatest swings ever for any right-hand hitter, and he is kind of like that old boxer. And you know what the saying is? Remember when George Foreman beat Michael Moore? They say the power is the last thing to go. Yeah. The power punch is the last thing to go. So Pujols still has that knockout power at the plate. Like, he's such a great hitter, even at this age. He can still do it. I think it's cool.
I think it's really cool too. Like, obviously, you're not putting him in to be a pinch runner, right? You know, maybe he's not the Gold Glove first baseman like he was, but if you just need to put him as a DH and stick him in the middle of the lineup, he's going to bring you some pop, and he's proven it this year. He's hitting them out of the ballpark, and now he's at 695. So I think he's one behind A-Rod for number 4 on the all-time list. Yeah. And I'm hoping he gets the number 700 because the guys in front of him are all-time legends. Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, and of course Barry Bonds, the all-time leader. So that's elite company.
Now, how far does he want to push this? I mean, is there any hint of this is it?
You know, what if he finishes, let's just say, hypothetically, he finishes at 699. Would he ask the Cardinals, or he would ask some other team, hey, bring me back, please? I'll get you a couple of home runs. Put me in as a pinch hitter. Just bring me back. I want to get to that milestone. And I don't think that's being selfish, right? Maybe the Dodgers take another flyer on him. I don't know if he does not get to 700, but I would think if I was him, I would come back, try to find that team that would bring me in. Listen, I know I'm not going to be the star player. I might not be a starter like an everyday player, but I can still hit one out every once in a while and get to that 700. I think if he does not get it, I think he tries to come back, and I don't think that's selfish. I think that's courageous of him to still do it. I mean, look at Tom Brady. He's 45, and he's quarterbacking a Super Bowl contender.
I know, he's like more athletic now than he was when he was a 20-year-old, right? So I think you have it honed in pretty well. If he breaks the 700, I think he's going to seriously think about retiring. If not, put it another year.
Why not, right? If you're that close, and we've seen other people come so close to milestones, and then they step away from the game. It's like, oh man, do not sit on 699. Like, if you're that close, bring it back. But you're right. If he hits 700, maybe the Cardinals make the playoffs and a playoff run. You just never know. But he's just one of the good guys in baseball. And again, former Angel great. A cup of coffee with the Dodgers. So I know a lot of SoCal fans know Pujols.
We'll end it like this. Do you think he breaks the 700 this season? 30 games left, something like that. 25, 30 games left.
30, maybe high 20s. I'm
going
to say, yeah. I'm going to say he's going to embrace that moment. He's not going to fall to the pressure of, oh my gosh, time's running out. I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to do it this year.
I think you're right. I agree with you. I think he's going to do it too. Pep, enjoy your football tonight as it starts. I told the wife, hey, Sundays till February, baby. I'm super pumped about it. Pep, tell me how to get your stuff.
I'm blocked out. Thursday NFL, Friday high school football, Saturday college, Sunday NFL, Monday. Dude, I'm all blocked out, man. I'm busy this weekend. You can get my stuff on Inland Sports at any time, any day of the week. That's Inland Sports, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and the Inland Sports YouTube channel. Check it out.
I love it. Thanks, Pat. Perfect, dude.